This 1970s split-level home was anything but a designer's dream. In fact, it had small, separated rooms that needed to be remodeled, and it needed a lot of imagination to live up to its name, Dream in the Trees. Let's catch up with the homeowner and find out more. I'm here with Karen Elkins of the Scarlet Ribbon, who's actually a great friend of mine, and I love what you've done with this home. But before we get a tour, will you tell me about the member of the family who's here?
Yes, the member of the family who is here is Bentley, and he's our 4-year-old standard poodle.
Aww.
Bentley, can you sit?
Oh, he's such a good dog. So did you always want a Bentley?
Yes, I did want a Bentley.
Now you can tell everybody I've got a Bentley at home.
Yes, I do. A furry one.
A furry one. I love it. Well, hey, Bentley, do you want to go with us to see the tour? Come on, let's go. Karen, I love what you've done with this home. You have truly transformed it. What was your inspiration?
Thank you. My inspiration was to have a warm family retreat, something that the whole family could enjoy and have an open space that felt cozy and that we could gather in.
I love that. And you named this home.
Yes.
What did you name it?
We named it Dream in the Trees.
And what's the meaning? I mean,
well, it's just, it's kind of that place where you can get away and tune out the world, and you can look out the windows and there's trees just surrounding the place. We're kind of cocooned into this little environment.
well, over here you've created kind of a gallery wall. This used to be a door, right?
This used to be a door, and as you walked in the front door, you would be able to see right into the kitchen. So we put a wall there, and then we opened up another area so that it would open it up.
Sort of a lounge area. We'll be seeing that too.
Yes.
So this backsplash, what was the inspiration here?
Well, again, I wanted that little touch of elegance or glam, so we found kind of a rock, glass or rock elements that looked to me rustic and glamorous at the same time.
Ooh, I
for
like
our
that.
backsplash.
I like that. Well, and all of this with the countertop is beautiful, but we have to talk about this stacked stone.
Well, again, we wanted to bring in that rustic outdoor feel and bring the elements of outdoors in, and we loved the stone and how it brought those elements together. So we did the stone from the ceiling to the floor.
This is also one of a kind. This bar area, the island, tell me about that.
Well, again, we wanted that open feel, so we wanted the island to be kind of the center of the home, and when we've had parties and gatherings in the past, everyone always gathers around the island. So we created a butcher block workspace so that we can prep food, we can serve dinner, we can gather around.
Oh, I love that. That's a great place. Oh, now what about this? I call it a butler's pantry, but this is a place for everything.
Yes, when we opened up the wall to create the open sight lines, we lost some space in the house, some cabinetry.
Cabinets.
So we decided to put this in so that we could house dishes and our pantry.
Wow, and that really holds everything. Well, now we're going to talk about the area where you actually opened it up, and we're going to see some more of the lounge area and the dining room.
Yes, come this way.
Whenever you have a vaulted ceiling, it really opens up the space and it draws your eye up, and you have this great application on the ceiling.
Thank you. We used tongue and groove knotty pine on the ceiling to warm up the house because the ceiling was tall. We wanted to create some warmth in the atmosphere. So,
It did a good job. And then of course when it's this large and you have all this space, now you need to fill it up with color and you need some space planning. So tell me about the color, #1 color of the year.
well, we decided on gray because it is a great color and there's so many shades, and we just use this color to pull all the elements together with the slate and the wood.
Oh, it works so nicely. And then I see that you have different sitting areas. Tell me about all the areas, including the dining room.
We decided to create a little office space behind the sofa so that we could have a desk space and a workspace. And then we have the dining room, which still feeds into the open area, and the den. So everyone is always a part of the whole room.
And then you have this room that has the cozy fireplace. I'm sure you gather here a lot.
Yes, we do. We use the fireplace just about every night when it's cold, and we have a warm, crackling fire, and it just pulls the whole room and environment together, and we enjoy it so much.
I love it. Well, I wanted to mention, I like the fact that you use lighting not from the same manufacturer. You have a lot of different lighting throughout the room, but I mean, that really transformed this space.
Yes, something about 1970s, they did not put overhead lighting in almost any room in the house.
So there was no lighting in this room?
No, the only rooms that had lighting overhead was the kitchen and the bathrooms.
Wow, so it's sort of like the one hanging bulb. You felt like it was interrogation room.
Yes.
Well, tell me about the lighting that you chose and how you, you blended it all.
Well, we wanted things that would fit in the area, that wouldn't overtake the area, but that fit the surroundings, that matched it and complemented this room. For instance, it's kind of a rustic wagon feel approach to the lighting in this area. And then in the entryway, we wanted something that was small but had a little glamorous feel with some crystals and iron that pulled the elements of elegance and rustic together. Actually, I could not find a dining room light that matched, so I had to opt for a stainless steel or chrome pipe, and then I faux finished it.
And I noticed too, you put in a lot of can lights, which helps so much.
Yes, it was so dark, and we loved to read and needed to light up the space, and so we added can lights in every room and just creates atmosphere, and put all the lights on a dimmer, on dimmer switches. So
yeah, it gives you that ambiance. One more thing is the lights in the kitchen too. You've got the iron, and you hung them really low. I love that you did that, but you can see through them. That's the thing, there's no glass.
Yes, and that's why we went a little lower with those lights, because they were unusual, almost like lanterns, and they're very open and you could see through them. So I decided to do something just a little different.
As long as I've known you, you love hearts. Where did your love for hearts begin?
Well, I actually am just drawn to them. So whenever I see hearts, and I like them to be in pictures or picture frames, or I have a Sid Dickens memory block collection that has hearts, and they're on towels, kitchen towels. I just am drawn to them, so they turn up all over the house.
Well, you know, the name of your business is Scarlet Ribbon, but I have to say that there seems to be a scarlet ribbon, a red that runs through your entire home. Tell me about how you've used it throughout the home.
Well, when your favorite color, you never get tired of it, and it just seems to be timeless. So I used it as accents in my home, and I have a tendency to like bold colors, so the red just gives the perfect pop of color in the right places.
Karen, thank you for showing us,
308, take two.
Karen, thank you for showing us your fabulous home. I love your elegant, rustic style. Now, I noticed that there was some cake in the kitchen. Do you think we could have some?
Yes, let's go have a treat.
Let's do. So remember, if you want to create your dream in the trees, don't forget to add some elegant lighting, some rustic stone, and a pop of color. A little scarlet ribbon running through it.